Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to install the TFT screen on the Gameboy Pocket. I recently got 3 game consoles which are faulty: the Gameboy Pocket, the Gameboy Color and the PSP 1000 for $30 on Carousel. For this week, we're going to work on the Gameboy Pocket. It has a burn polarizing filter and there are signs of corrosion on the battery contacts. These corrosion are usually caused by the battery leakage from the battery that is left in the Game Boy. The Game Boy Pocket uses 2 AAA batteries. Let's put on the battery and test if the Game Boy will start. It will not start. Let's remove the battery and put it aside. The battery contact is badly damaged by the corrosion. This can be fixed by soaking the contacts in white vinegar. For this restoration project, we will change the screen to a TFT screen. This is how you purchase your TFT screen from AliExpress. Search for Gameboy Pocket TFT screen. I will choose the one with the highest orders and it shows that the seller is dependable. This seller also includes some instruction inside the listing, but there's not much information or tutorial videos available online for us to actually refer to. I will place an order for this TFT screen. It has been 9 days since we placed the order. All the items are here. The package comes with a glass screen lens, the 2.2-inch TFT LCD, ribbon cable and touch sensor. This will be attached to the PCB controller board. The package you will also find a double-sided tape which will be used to hold the new screen onto the housing. The ribbon cable will be attached here. There is also a wire that you need to solder into the motherboard. For this project you will need a Nintendo tri-wing screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, isopropyl alcohol, white vinegar, soldering kit and Kapton tape. Do remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. We need to open up the Gameboy Pocket. First, remove the battery cover. This is the 2 screwdrivers that we will need, a tri-wing screwdriver and a Phillips head screwdriver. We start by opening up the 6 security Nintendo screw using the tri-wing screwdriver. Do remember to organize the screws so you know where each screw belongs to. Gently pull up the back case. The board is very dirty and very dusty. There is a dead insect at the bottom of the case. It seems like it has been dead for quite some time. It looks like a dead cockroach. Let's put it aside and let's take a look at the motherboard. We will need to unscrew 3 Phillips head screws to lift up the motherboard. Do organize the screws so you know where each screw belongs to. Next, we'll remove the screen. Using a tool or your fingernails, lift up the tabs that is holding on to the ribbon cable. Gently pull up the ribbon cable. Lift up the motherboard. Motherboard is very dirty and requires some cleaning. Now will be a good time to inspect the motherboard to see any corrosion or if there's water damage. The contrast and volume wheel is very stiff. We will use isopropyl alcohol later to loosen the wheel. We will take out the buttons and the button membrane. This will be sent for washing. Since we will be replacing the screen, we will need to remove the old screen. Using the ice cube tray method, we will bend the shell and remove the screen. This screen polarizer is badly burned. We will keep this for another project. Click the link on the top right to see a video on how to fix the burn polarizing filter. Because the TFT screen is smaller than the original, we need to replace it with the glass screen lens that is provided in the kit. To remove the old screen lens, put pressure on the reverse side of the screen lens. Keep applying equal pressure and the screen lens should come out easily. Next, we remove the RF shield. This is the complete disassembly of the Gameboy Pocket. We will need to clean the motherboard. Here we are using a 75% isopropyl alcohol solution. Drip some isopropyl alcohol into the volume wheel. This will help to loosen the wheel. Drip some isopropyl alcohol into the power switch. Toggle the switch a couple of times. This will help with the connection and hopefully it will turn on. On the other side, we need to clean all the contacts. This will hopefully make the buttons be more responsive. Gently clean the speaker. This will make the speaker a little bit louder. Using isopropyl alcohol, we will clean the RF shield. Finally, give it a good wipe. Look at how much better it looks now. Because there are some corrosion in the contacts, we need to remove the contacts and soak it in white vinegar for about 10 minutes. This will help remove the corrosion. After 10 minutes, we need to put back the metal contacts so we can test the motherboard again. Make sure you press the contacts all the way in. Now we'll put back the clean motherboard. Just align the back motherboard with the contacts. Let's put in 2 fresh battery and turn on the switch. There's red light and there's sound, awesome. Removing the corrosion from the battery contacts and going through all the contacts and components with the isopropyl alcohol does help. The sound is also quite loud. Next, we'll clean the shell and the buttons using hot soapy water. This will help remove the dirt and make the Game Boy smelling all fresh. Rinse and leave it to dry overnight. It's the next day, everything is smelling very nice and clean. There are some burn marks on the shell. We will use fine grit sandpaper to sand it out. Next, we will install the TFT screen. There's not much instruction online, so I hope this will help. We will start by connecting the touch sensor onto the PCB. Push the touch sensor all the way in and snap it in place. It should look something like this. Next, we will attach the ribbon cable. The kit has already soldered the wire for you. Put the ribbon cable all the way in and snap it in place. Flip the PCB and apply some Kapton tape on the circuit board at the ribbon cable. This is to prevent shortage. The kit comes with an insulin sticker. Peel it off and paste it at the back of the PCB. This is to prevent shortage. Next, we will install it into the front shell. Using the double-sided tape provided, cut strips and paste it along where the LCD will sit. Peel off the double-sided tape. Gently place the screen into the shell. Use the double-sided tape to align it in place. You may need additional strips to align it in place. I find just having the top and bottom double-sided strips sufficient to align and hold the screen in place. Align and gently press in the screen. It should look something like this. Next, we'll put in Kapton tape at the back of the screen. This is to prevent shortage. The Kapton tape also helps to align and hold the screen in place. Next, we will attach the screen onto the PCB. Push the LCD ribbon cable all the way in and snap it in place. It should look like this. Gently fold in the PCB. The PCB should be facing the back of the screen. Add in some Kapton tape to hold it in place. Next, we will install in the motherboard. Start by putting all the buttons and membrane in place. Warm up your soldering iron because we will need it for the next step. Align the motherboard and put it in place. The new screen is slightly thicker, so you need to gently press it down a bit to hold it in place. Using a tweezer or your fingers, fold back the ribbon cable so that it sits underneath the power button. This touch sensor will be used to control the brightness of the screen. There are 5 levels of brightness that you can adjust by tapping the power button. Next, you need to gently fold the ribbon cable and slot it into the ribbon cable slot on the motherboard. Do take your time with this step. Gently push it all the way in. Next, we will press in the 2 tabs on the left and the right of the ribbon cable. This will hold the ribbon cable in place. Secure it in and press in the tabs. Next, we need to solder this white wire onto the most left point of the power switch. This is so that the PCB can draw in power once the power switch is on. The wire has already been coated with lead, making it easier to solder in place. Place the wire on the most left point of the switch and solder the wire in place. It should look something like this now. Let's test out the TFT screen. Align the back cover and put in 2 fresh batteries. Let's turn it on. The screen works and it looks amazing. Let's assemble everything in. We start by screwing in the motherboard using the 3 Phillips head screw. On the back cover, we will install in the RF shield using the 4 screws. Before screwing in the back case, let's put some Kapton tape to hold the wire in place. Next, we will align in the back cover and screw in the 6 tri-wing screws. I have a Gameboy Pocket model sticker from my previous restoration project. I think I will paste it here to complete the look. Align it in place and paste it in. This is so satisfying. One last step, let's paste in the glass lens to complete the look. The lens is slightly smaller than the original lens to accommodate to the size of the TFT screen. Go through the edges and stick it in place. Spray the glass cleaner and give it a good wipe. Let's test the final product. Put in 2 fresh batteries, the battery cover. Since the Gameboy is blue, we're gonna test out with the blue version. The blue version was released in 1986, while the Gameboy Pocket was released a year later in 1997. The screen looks fantastic and the sound is loud. Restoration success. Here's the side-by-side comparison between the original screen and the TFT screen.
Epilogue.
Overall, I'm very satisfied with the mod, even though the screen size is slightly smaller than the original, but it's a small trade-off to the display quality that you are getting now. Finally, you can play your Gameboy Pocket in the dark. With this screen, it will last about 10 hours on a full battery charge. Okay, unlike the Game Boy, the original one, this one will last about 12 hours, but it's still a small trade-off to what you are getting. There's not much instruction or video tutorial on how to install this TFT mod, and I hope you find this tutorial easy and useful to follow. Kit costs $50, which is slightly more expensive than a replacement screen, but it is so easy to install with just one soldering point that you need to make, and the best part, you don't need to modify the shell unlike other kit that is available in the market today. It is definitely a beginner-friendly mod for those newcomer into the Game Boy modding scene. Do leave a thumbs up on this video and consider subscribing to the channel. We are reaching our first 100 subscribers on this channel and I'm very grateful for all your support. Do hang out with me in my live Twitch session every Friday, Saturday and Sunday after 9 PM and I will see you in the next video. Take care and stay safe everybody.